Аляска, USA, Scotland, England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Австрия, Германия, Czech Republic, не входящих в русские, гетто, Холокост, геноцид страны, индийско-китайские страны, остальные страны, где живут русские подонки и суки, и черножопые суки подонки. Русские, гетто, Холокост, геноцид страны — это Россия, СССР, СНГ, Болгария и захваченная ими Прибалтика, где русские подонки и суки, и черножопые суки подонки с их пиздосранками и гондонами, суками и кобелями устроили геноцид мне, насильно удерживая на территории фашистской страны России, пытая аппаратурой и майнд-контролят аппаратурой и применяя все формы насилия, террора, принуждения, рабства, насильно удерживая на территории фашистской страны России и не давая мне осуществить мою эмиграцию в Австрию, Германию, Нидерланды, Францию, Чехию, Шотландию, Англию, Америку, Канаду или Аляску, куда я собираюсь, насильно удерживая на территории фашистской страны России и пытая аппаратурой и майнд-контроль над аппаратурой и принуждая находиться среди подонков и сук и их пиздосранок и гондонов, сука, кобелей. Hello, people from the USA and Canada, Alaska, and Scotland, England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic. And hello, Johnny. Это Женя. И видео номер 2 of this day. Они прервали трансляцию и сделали так, что отключилась трансляция. Они опять так воздействуют. Подонки и суки с их пиздосранками и гондонами, суками и кобелями. Looking for Johnny. Это Cooking Johnny, Talking Meat. The shit, Talking Meat Johnny with tomato, onion, milk butter and cream cheese and paprika and special green Johnny. And then to cooking pancakes, cottage cheese pancakes Johnny. Looking for Johnny. Brown Sonic, it's just pancakes for America. Okay, first. Scottish cheese and Winbury. I'll go first.
KBO is doing it, Korean baseball organization. They're doing it really well. Let's adopt it. Someone said, "What is wrong with your chin?" Yeah, last night I was going out.
Ты видишь, как я на комфорт.
But I was going out and I thought I had like ketchup on my face or something, but no.
I don't know what to consist this.
Go away, but it's not ketchup.
It's psychopреparat с гормон and poison or without.
It is whatever it is. WMD.
I was to cook cheese pancakes with cheese and the Winberry, sour cream and peach, and black tea with 2 pieces of sugar. Looking for.
The big party day with the caravana.
I don't know. This is poison or is not poison with psychopreparats and hormones. Looking for же.
That's what it is.
I will
Never had
be
a cold
to
sore
eat
in my life. Nor would there be. Really gross. Are you traveling on an international flight and booking a hotel, says HHR. I don't know. Stay tuned to the channel. It's not acne. Okay, I'm not even going to entertain any more of these dumb thoughts. Magic Eraser says, I had 10 beer on Friday all day and walking crooked, but no hangover. I wanted to work out today too, but when you're all drained like that, you're not going to get a whole lot done. Julie says, I was out all afternoon at High Park with a picnic, or at High Park for a picnic with friends. That sounds awesome.
and to like pancakes, American.
No, I didn't cut myself shaving. I used a lot. Let's stop talking about it. Whatever it is, whatever it is. Yeah, Diva Tequila, we'll bring that topic up a little bit later.
American pancakes.
Diva Tequila sent me a workout that her hubby did, so we can take a look at that. Some impressive stuff. Sal Smith says long weekend Sundays hit different. Yeah, it just didn't seem like a very busy weekend. I'm sure like Yonge and Dundas was busy. I'm sure Nathan Phillips Square was busy. I'm sure the waterfront was pretty busy, but stretches of Queen West, but most of the city was probably quieter than usual for a Sunday. Michelle stayed home all day and it felt nice. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow. I might try to live stream. I don't know. I've got 2 videos in the bank, so we should be good. Did I hear about the ride snapping in Saudi Arabia? No, I didn't. Like a roller coaster? Saudi Arabia ride accident. Amusement park ride in Saudi Arabia collapses and ooh. Oh, one of those big 360 pendulum rides. That's crazy. I don't like any ride that like spins you around. Boom Productions is here. He saw free concerts in 2 different parks today. That's neat. Mojo 2112. Band-Aid for that thing. Oh boy. I need to go back to like shitty webcam quality. You guys can see this a little too clearly. No more expensive mirrorless camera. We'll have to turn down the resolution or something. Greg says, how about those crappy Blue Jays and their atrocious front office? LOL. Their front office is shit. I hate Shapiro. I hate Atkins. Their moves were like mediocre. I mean, the only thing I know for sure is Anthopoulos would have had a better track record over the last, 8 years or so. Chris Mills says those rides are weirdly dangerous. Indeed. When I saw that video from Saudi Arabia, I thought it was AI. Maybe when I get the screen up, we'll take a look at it. But amusement park rides are kind of crazy. I've got some videos that I can share on my screen about where I went last night. Diva Tequila says, done. That was nuts. I'm now scared of rides. You're safer on an amusement park ride, at least like from a North American amusement park, than you are walking on the sidewalk. You're safer on an airplane than you are walking on the sidewalk. Just because something happens is not a reason to avoid it. Just run the numbers. What percentage of people that step onto amusement park rides never step off. Compare that to the number of people that just simply step outside their apartment and get killed. Like, yeah, it's very safe. I would trust it for the most part. Maybe not like some carnival where everything was like put together at the last minute by carnies, but Michelle says it's a pizza and wing type, or wing night for me. Yeah, I gotta have dinner too. Who's Just says that's some Final Destination shit. I guess I've been asleep all day. I missed it. The old flyer at the X was scary. That thing was pretty cool. I'm sad they took it down. And there was the doppel looping, if you remember that one. That was always, Greg says to gate today's game highlights what our biggest need was before this deadline. Hope it's hurt a bit on Shapiro's part. Yeah, that game just sucks. Some ball players just don't want to come to Canada, says Chris Mills. Pay them enough, they will. We have one of the, if not the richest owner in all of North American sports.
Женя,
There's no salary cap in baseball.
American pancakes.
But yeah, so yesterday went to Carabana. After that, unfortunately, my signal kind of died out near the end. I just made a video. I had no energy, so I just made a video walking back through Carabana. That'll be on the channel tomorrow. And then the other channel, then I have a Stroderific video. Michelle says, next time you're visiting Niagara, if you are ever wanting good pizza and wings, check out Pie Guys in St. Catharines, best in the city. I'll have to stop over in St. Catharines if that's the case. If that's the case, Grandpa says Kirk needs to go on a diet. He's like the best catcher in the American League, offensively and defensively, isn't he? Like, when you're leading the pack, you can do whatever you want. Greg says, I love Kirk. Yeah, I mean, Kirk runs faster than Stanton. Let that sink in. So if you want to call Kirk out of shape, Giancarlo Stanton is a slower base runner than Alejandro Kirk. And he plays the outfield sometimes. D's Pizza Pies has my money in St. Kitts. Ooh, we have a fight. He's hitting over 300 and has the best defensive metrics out of any catcher in the AL. Yeah. Kirk is a gem. And the Jays have always been pretty good at catcher. We've always had someone or two options back there. Never forget Danny Jansen. But even going back to like the Ernie Witt and Pat Tabler days, like the Jays have always been pretty solid back there. His ERA is good, but why are we talking baseball? Benji Molina. There was a guy who couldn't run to save his life. None of the Molina brothers could. We're over 200 viewers. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll be back to our usual like energetic selves. Hopefully next weekend. Maybe we'll get some edibles involved. Just not feeling alcohol. WRX Matt says, I was in Toronto on Friday, about 1 kilometer away from you when you started streaming, but we were in a rush to catch the ferry. Otherwise, I would have come and said hi. Neat. Yeah, don't derail your plans or miss a ferry to say hi on stream. Who's Just says, let's not talk about Jays, then proceeds to talk about that. Pretty much sums up all of my live streams, doesn't it? Let's not talk about this moment. But maybe it's time to go green screen mode. Stuff in my big stupid head. Uno momento. Whoop. I just well, that's no good. I just ripped off part of my printer. Oops, my brand new printer. Just one sec. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. All right, that's a little better, I think. Or not, who knows? But you were the last ones on the ferry. You just made it in time. Awesome. Janice says, I love the car ride. You had no sound. You were talking. We went down the road in silent. Car drive was mod day. Yeah, my brand new wireless mic ran out of battery near the end, and I didn't notice. GS says, Johnny has a stove. It's just decoration. The burners are really useful. After I water my plants, I can put the plant on the burner and let like the water drain for like 10-15 minutes before I put it back in the whatever the hell it is, the pot. I can't even think of the word for a plant pot, but that's what I use the burners for on my stove. I literally just like water my plants over the sink and then I like put them on the burners to drain. Michelle says, how's the dating pool in Toronto? It's sad here. You'll have to ask someone who's been active in it, but where is here? Where is here? But I heard from, or I read from someone on Reddit, someone who went to like a speed dating event, and apparently there's like way more females than males at those things these days, which is weird. I guess guys are just like jaded. Normally it's the other way around ratio-wise. Had Shake Shack for the first time. It was so good, says WRX Matt. Yeah, Shake Shack is decent. It's decent. But speaking of drive, well, Howard Charco says, cheers, JS mods in chat. You can't trust anything that you see. It's all AI. One day we'll have AI detectors, right? They already have that with like essays and stuff. But speaking of drive, what the hell is going on our roads? This is me on the 403. I just recorded my drive from Niagara to Erin Mills Town Center. Has anyone in here tried Maddie's Patties? I have not. But look at this car on the right, this blue car. It just like, did you see that? Yeah, I'm just gonna go drive in the shoulder, but it gets better. It gets so much better. So I let this guy in front of me in. Did you see that? You know, going like 100 kilometers an hour in the shoulder. What the fuck is that? Pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. I hope he gets a flat tire, flips over his car. But then watch. Another fucking idiot goes by. And a third one. That's 4 in total in the span of like a minute. This shit. And 5. There's another one. Like, what is going on? How do these people... Those ones aren't so egregious, but like... If we go back to the start... So we have the blue Volkswagen peeling off. This is all within like what, 20 seconds? That car was going way too fast, that Chrysler 300. I should post this on our Toronto Driving, shouldn't I? We really need to do what they do in London. If you capture something like this and you submit it with their plate number, they get a fine in the mail and you get a cut of the fine. Greg says it's not Toronto though, it's greater Toronto area. It's 403, the cars are all chasing each other, they're playing games on the highway. Intruder says I've seen it. Yeah, like, it's just ridiculous how shit driving is. Everyone complains about like cyclists or like pedestrians just jaywalk, man. It's like, fuck you. How many cyclists and pedestrians have killed motorists in Toronto over the last 10 years? None. What about the other way around? Yeah. Lisa says, I would loathe driving if I had to do it on a daily basis. Yeah, it's just, it's such a shit show out there. But, anyways, yeah. Our system here is a joke. It's so easy to get a license. And there's virtually no enforcement at all. And when they do try to implement enforcement, like speed cameras, some fucking idiot just chops it down. I don't know. Carl Roth says it's obvious that all these cars are rentals. People are driving like crazy in them and not caring. Could be a lease. 3 years, this thing goes back. I'm going to drive the fuck out of it, right? Who knows? Chris Mills horned a girl staring at her phone yesterday. She was shocked. Yeah, I don't know. It is definitely, because I used to drive every day. I used to commute every day on the highway to work. It has deteriorated so much, the quality of driving. I don't know. If you're one of those people that like drives on the shoulder, changes lanes without signaling, fuck you. Shove it up your ass. I'm not a fan of you. JD says it's $5 for every kilometer/hour over on the speed cams. They should start it at like 12 over, you know, get a free pass under that, and then that seems reasonable to me. Greg says it's funny as hell watching people argue about speed cameras. Just don't speed. What the hell is wrong with these people? Yeah, exactly. There's a simple trick. But I mentioned last night I went somewhere. Oh, we got to check out this Saudi Arabia ride incident video. This is new to me. Amusement ride park snaps in half, injuring more than 20 people. Allow ads. Boo. This media could not be played. Come on, NBC News. Oh, here's YouTube. This will play it for sure.
At least 23 people were hurt when the amusement park ride that they were on collapsed. Take a look.
Oof.
Just a horrific incident there. This happened in Saudi Arabia.
So it literally like snaps.
Just a horrific incident there. This happened in Saudi Arabia Wednesday night at a park called Green Mountain Resort. Local news reports say that 4 people of the 23 were seriously injured. The government ordered the resort closed while it investigated the field.
That is crazy. They're so lucky that it came down like foot first. I imagine, yeah, spinal injuries, probably feet and ankle injuries for the people on the far side, because like their feet were just dangling. So they probably, you know, there's some people that aren't going to be able to walk for a long time, if at all, for sure. Hopefully they're able to and very well compensated for that. Diva Tequila says my back hurts every time I see this, man. But just keep in mind, these rides are going all day long, all over the world. Just saying, it's still safer than being in a car, still safer than walking on the sidewalk. It is what it is, but that is crazy. The poor person who smashed into the beam was definitely gravely injured. Ooh, I don't want to rewatch it to see that. That was certain death had it fallen at any other angle. Some Final Destination type shit right there. Looks like at least one person may have lost their legs. Holy guacamole. Yeah. Yeah, we're done. We're done with that. That sucks. But where did I go last night? I went to a place. I went for dinner. I went to Odd Soul on Ossington. Brave of me going to Ossington Avenue. I saw a viewer, by the way. I was walking down Ossington and I saw a viewer in the other direction. And I messaged Ken. I'm like, I think I just saw so-and-so. And then Ken messaged me back. He's like, hey, that person just messaged me saying they think they saw you. So that was kind of interesting. But I went to Odd Soul. I wanted to go to Côte de Boeuf, but they were super busy. Odd Soul's kind of like a fusion Korean restaurant. Had some bao, some kimchi fried rice, and some fried chicken. Pretty solid place. But yeah, did they have a Odd Soul? 4.5 stars on Google reviews. 1 star, a mouse crawled across the restaurant while we were eating and disappeared into a hole in the wall. The food was actually good, but after seeing that, we completely lost our appetite. It took away from the experience and made us question the overall cleanliness of the place. You gave it a 1 star for that? It's like an old building. I don't know. Did you bring it to their attention and see how they responded? We were incredibly disappointed by our experience at this restaurant. To start, we were given wooden utensils, the kind you typically get at takeout. Yeah, that's true, which made it frustratingly difficult to eat properly, especially when trying to cut through anything. We ordered 3 dishes, but the duck fried rice was forgotten entirely and only brought out much later. You know what's funny? We had 3 entrees. 2 of the entrees came out before the alcohol came out. So yeah, that's very, very not Western style, right? When you go somewhere else in the world and you go to a restaurant and you order stuff, they don't bring everyone's dishes at once. They don't always bring your drink out first. In North America, I think some restaurants like bring you your alcohol right away and then stall on the food, hoping that, you know, you'll get that second drink. 1 star, food is underwhelming. They've got hit with some bad 2 stars. Garapon says, this restaurant came highly recommended. It seems like most people love it. My friend and I tried it for dinner, and I can't say we enjoyed our time. I thought it was solid. I'd recommend it, even knowing that there was allegedly a mouse running across. But the place I went to was called the Jean Darlene Piano. Have you guys heard of this place? The Jean Darlene Piano Room? And what was interesting was it's on Dundas Street, but when you go to Dundas Street, it looks like it's closed down and completely shuttered. And there's just a QR code on the window. And you scan the QR code, and then it gives you directions to like walk around the building and go in through the rear. So it's got kind of like a speakeasy vibe to it. Mondays, come fly with Jean. Doors open at 8. Cover price is $10. Gratuity includes coat check. Fridays and Saturdays, doors open at 8. So they have like a dude on the piano, kind of like a crooner. He can pretty much sing anything. There was another dude with like a guitar and electric drum kit. And then at 9 o'clock, or I think at 10 p.m., they open it up to like karaoke and they take requests. So it was kind of fun. Have I ever been to the barbershop speakeasy? No, I haven't. But this place has, and what was amazing was, yeah, look how packed it is. Like, go before 9, get yourself a seat. Oh, it was way more packed last night. It was like a full-on club. It was so packed. I'm just reading some of your chats. Lisa says no karaoke. Here's a clip of it from what I experienced. Here, we'll put the volume up. I'm probably going to get copyrighted, but because I was there early, I had like a table with a clear view of everything. But like, yeah, it was just insanely busy. The owner gave us shots.
Under influence of mind control technology.
I guess when you spend $100 for a good piano bar, you'll get shots. But yeah, I thought it was fun. I'd probably go back. It was a cool place. In my mind, I keep calling it the piano bar, but it's the Jean Darlene Piano Room. Pretty interesting crowd too.
White race
And
from the USA, Canada, Alaska, Scotland, England, United
one of our
Kingdom,
viewers sent me this because she knows I have a little workout routine that I do. 10-minute morning calisthenics routine in real time. Brendo Dynamite.
Looking
So if you
Золотых Жень. I don't know Jane what is poison or is not poison. Looking for Jane. I don't know if Jane is poison or is not poison.
Yeah, he had this pretty impressive
препарат
calisthenics routine
гормон some poison or without.
that he does.
Looking for Jane. Looking for.
muscle ups. Diva Tequila has our face palm. Yeah, the like 98% of the population can't even do one of those. This is crazy. This is like a pull-up, but he's doing a leg raise at the same time. Like that is, he's combining two exercises, right? The leg raise like works the hell out of your abs, and the pull-ups are obviously great for your back. But yeah, pretty hurt the algorithm, or hurt you in the algorithm. Well, anyways, I did fuck all. Last night I discovered a place. Well, I didn't discover it. I was dragged into a place that turned out to be pretty cool. Ran up a bit of a big alcohol bill. Kind of wasn't feeling it today. So I did nothing today. Ordered in breakfast. Wanted to clean my apartment. Didn't do that. Wanted to do some work on the computer. Didn't do that. Wanted to watch the Blue Jays win. Didn't do that. Yankees lost. Yay. But the Yankees are no longer relevant. It's now the Red Sox we need to worry about. But thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, since we're a tad bit hungover, we're going to go...
Вот ты уже, this is moment.
Everything from then on is completely different. So I fucking hate the fact that we don't have automated calls to strike yet. KBO is doing it. Yeah, last night I was going out. It's here, right? It was a beer one of the two. When I was going out, and I thought I might jump on the face or something, but no, I don't know what it is. Hopefully it'll go away, but it's not ketchup, it's not spaghetti sauce, it is whatever it is. WMD says I'm hungover too. Kathleen says Johnny Sundays are like that. Do nothing. So also, it doesn't seem like anyone was really outside all day. Like, you can see from my window, it looks pretty good. It's a Sunday of a long weekend. Yesterday was like the big party day with the Grand Parade. A lot of locals are just off out of the city.
Продолжаю, will be smoking. I don't know. This is fake or is not a fake cigarettes. I don't know it. Looking for. Right now I will be to smoking. Looking for the cigarettes. I don't know, Johnny, this is nature tobacco or fake. With forest trees at hots and paper with toilet water. I don't know it, Johnny. I never not was to smoking a nature tobacco. Therefore, Johnny, I don't know if this is nature or fake. Comfort, Johnny. Фу. 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 And the fish still smoking it. I'm gonna fuck. What the fish? Блять.
is a simple trick. But I mentioned last night I went somewhere. Oh, we gotta check out the Saudi Arabia ride incident video. This is new to me. Amusement ride park snaps in half, injuring more than 20 people. Allow ads. Ooh. This media could not be played. Come on, NBC News. Oh, here's YouTube. This will play it for sure.
At least 23 people were hurt when the amusement park ride that they were on collapsed. Take a look. Just a horrific incident there. This happened in Saudi Arabia.
So it literally like snaps.
Just a horrific incident there. This happened in Saudi Arabia Wednesday night at a park called Green Mountain Resort. Local news reports say that 4 people of the 23 were seriously injured. The government ordered the resort closed while it investigated the deal.
That is crazy. They're so lucky that it came down like foot first. I imagine, yeah, spinal injuries, probably feet and ankle injuries for the people on the far side, because like their feet were just dangling. So they probably, there's some people that aren't going to be able to walk for a long time, if at all, for sure. Hopefully they're able to and very well compensated for that. Diva Tequila says, my back hurts every time I see this, man. But just keep in mind, these rides are going all day long, all over the world. Just saying, it's still safer than being in a car, still safer than walking on the sidewalk. It is what it is, but that is crazy. The poor person who smashed into the beam was definitely gravely injured. Ooh, I don't want to rewatch it to see that. That was certain death had it fallen at any other angle. Some Final Destination type shit right there. Looks like at least one person may have lost their legs. Holy guacamole. Yeah. Yeah, we're done. We're done with that. That sucks. But where did I go last night? I went to a place. I went for dinner. I went to Odd Soul on Ossington. Brave of me going to Ossington Avenue. I saw a viewer, by the way. I was walking down Ossington and I saw a viewer in the other direction. And I messaged Ken. I'm like, I think I just saw so-and-so. And then Ken messaged me back. He's like, hey, that person just messaged me saying they think they saw you. So that was kind of interesting. But I went to Odd Soul. I wanted to go to Côte de Boeuf, but they were super busy. Odd Soul is kind of like a fusion Korean restaurant. Had some bao, some kimchi fried rice, and some fried chicken. Pretty solid place. But yeah, did they have a Odd Soul? 4.5 stars on Google reviews. 1 star, a mouse crawled across the restaurant while we were eating and disappeared into a hole in the wall. The food was actually good, but after seeing that, we completely lost our appetite. It took away from the experience and made us question the overall cleanliness of the place. You gave it a 1 star for that? It's like an old building. I don't know. Did you bring it to their attention and see how they responded? We were incredibly disappointed by our experience at this restaurant. To start, we were given wooden utensils, the kind you typically get at takeout. Yeah, that's true, which made it frustratingly difficult to eat properly, especially when trying to cut through anything. We ordered 3 dishes, but the duck fried rice was forgotten entirely and only brought out much later. You know what's funny? We had 3 entrees. 2 of the entrees came out before the alcohol came out. So yeah, that's very, very not Western style, right? When you go somewhere else in the world and you go to a restaurant and you order stuff, they don't bring everyone's dishes at once. They don't always bring your drink out first. In North America, I think some restaurants like bring you your alcohol right away and then stall on the food, hoping that you'll get that second drink. 1 star, food is underwhelming. They've got hit with some bad 2 stars. Garapon says, this restaurant came highly recommended. It seems like most people love it. My friend and I tried it for dinner, and I can't say we enjoyed our time. I thought it was solid. I'd recommend it, even knowing that there was allegedly a mouse running across. But the place I went to was called the Jean Darlene Piano. Have you guys heard of this place? The Jean Darlene Piano Room? And what was interesting was it's on Dundas Street, but when you go to Dundas Street, it looks like it's closed down and completely shuttered. And there's just a QR code on the window. And you scan the QR code, and then it gives you directions to like walk around the building and go in through the rear. So it's got kind of like a speakeasy vibe to it. Mondays, come fly with Jean. Doors open at 8. Cover price is $10. Gratuity includes coat check. Fridays and Saturdays, doors open at 8. So they have like a dude on the piano, kind of like a crooner. He can pretty much sing anything. There was another dude with like a guitar and electric drum kit. And then at 9 o'clock, or I think at 10 p.m., they open it up to like karaoke, and they take requests. So it was kind of fun. Have I ever been to the barbershop speakeasy? No, I haven't. But this place has, and what was amazing was, yeah, look how packed it is. Like, go before 9, get yourself a seat. Oh, it was way more packed last night. It was like a full-on club. It was so packed. I'm just reading some of your chats. Lisa says no karaoke. Here's a clip of it from what I experienced. Here, we'll put the volume up. I'm probably going to get copyrighted, but because I was there early, I had like a table with a clear view of everything. But like, yeah, it was just insanely busy. The owner gave us shots, which was cool. Thanks for the shots. I guess when you spend hundreds of dollars for a good piano bar, you'll get shots. But yeah, I thought it was fun. I'd probably go back. It was a cool place. In my mind, I keep calling it the Mean Gene Piano Bar, but it's the Jean Darlene Piano Room. Pretty interesting crowd too. And oh yeah, Diva Tequila, one of our viewers, sent me this because she knows I have a little workout routine that I do. 10-minute morning calisthenics routine in real time. Brendo Dynamite. So if you doing his Hulk impersonation. Yeah, he had this pretty impressive calisthenics routine. Whoops, that he does. Muscle ups. Diva Tequila has her face palm. Yeah, like 98% of the population can't even do one of those. This is crazy. This is like a pull-up, but he's doing a leg raise at the same time. Like that is, he's combining 2 exercises, right? The leg raise like works the hell out of your abs, and the pull-ups are obviously great for your back. But yeah, pretty. I could not do that. Well, I could, but I could do like 2. I couldn't do it on a video. But yeah, check it out. I put a link in the chat if you want to see Diva Tequila's hubby and his channel, Brendo Dynamite. Chris Mills says core strength. Justin Haas says you should film a video of your workout routine on your Stumbles channel, Johnny. I already did that. That's on my channel. But I don't do dips or leg raises. Some of us are too weak. Carl Roth says, lots of people in town still for Caravana. They were all out and about today, and it was great for business. I don't know. Housington is a great place for all that. I didn't know, but downtown looked kind of dead to me. The subways weren't very busy. I don't know. I couldn't be bothered to go out. Carl Roth says, weather was perfect for the past 2 days in Toronto for people to go out and enjoy a patio and some food. Mojo, we've already talked about it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should like block it with the microphone. Diva Tequila says, he says, thank you, everyone. Well, Brendo Dynamite, I just subscribed. You got a few more subs? Justin Haas says, the air quality kind of sucks today. It did, apparently. So our friend Henry dropped a bomb on everyone on his live stream. Toronto Tech and Transit, no more. He's known for like 9-hour live streams. He will be relocating to British Columbia. So we wish Henry well. I'm sure we're going to still follow along and see what he's up to. But he said in a recent live stream that he's and look at that, the early bird gets the worm, eh? 28K views on his Caravana Grand Parade, and he streamed for 7 hours. Holy cow, 7 hours. This thing must be like nonstop copyrights. So he was in like the staging area. Billy T says BC bound. Michelle says a lot of people are leaving. Yeah, there's no way this didn't get a... Oh, he went to like where the main stage was? Justin says you should have filmed a video of you being at the CNE job fair just to see how many people were there on Thursday. Yeah, someone sent me a message saying like, hey, go check out the CNE job fair. It's crazy. And I didn't do it. But that would have brought a lot of political comments. So maybe I dodged a bullet with that one. But that would have been crazy. But yeah, kudos for Henry. 7 hours and 13 minutes. I got to Caravana was like both amazing and not amazing at the same time. Like it was amazing to see and experience and be there. But after 10 minutes, I was like, all right, it's time to go. Hey, why is Uber messaging me? I told everyone on my live stream the other day that my credit card was charged on someone else's Uber account, and they gave me the name of that person. So Uber, they messaged me saying they were removing 3 of the charges. I reported it as fraud to TD anyways, and they were like, yeah, we're going to put through the fraud case, like these charges will be removed. But then like I also emailed Uber to be like, what's up with this? Or I contacted them through the app, and they told me that someone added my card to their account. And I was like, how can you even do that? Like, you didn't even ask me for authorization for that. You can put a credit card in someone else's name on your Uber account and charge it? Like, how does that make any sense? Shouldn't it at least match the name of the Uber account holder? But no, apparently you can do that. So good security there, Uber. But they and they only took off 3 charges. There were 5. So I had to send them my statement today showing the charges they missed. And to their credit, they mailed me back like right away saying, yeah, we'll take care of those too. So hopefully that counts. Greg says they probably made a fake account in your name. No, they gave me the name of the account holder because Alicia Lewis, $5. Johnny, have you picked up your CNE pass yet? Also, happy Sunday. Thank you, Alicia Lewis. No, I haven't. Thank you for the $5. It was good to see you the other day. I'm probably just going to do what I always do, go opening day and maybe pay out of pocket. I really just ride the Sky Ride. Ride that once or twice, play some games. That'll be it. That's it. So, you know, I don't know if I want to pass, but it's certainly at least buy like your day pass in advance. There's usually a Presto deal where if you get it through the Presto website, it's a lot cheaper. Drew says, in my experience, credit card verification doesn't include names, just numbers, but usually you get a text or you get something to verify it, right? But why would Uber let you add a credit card that's not in the name of the account holder? I don't know. Chris Mill says, keep an eye on banking and credit card statements. Your card may be out there somewhere. The card's already canceled. There's a new one coming. I don't even use that card anymore anyways. So what I'll do is I'll just lock it in the TD app so no one can use it until I need to use it, and then I can just manually unlock it, which would be anytime I go somewhere that doesn't take Amex, but I'm becoming like an Amex only person. So that's not really a thing. Chris Mill says, if you're not using 2FA Start, yeah, I have Authy. I have 3 authenticating apps. I don't really use Google Authenticator anymore because they back that up to your Google account. So if someone gets access to your Google account, they now have access to your QR code that'll generate your Authenticator accounts. Not amazing security there, Google. Carl says, Henry does amazing work. I've always enjoyed his videos as well. I wish them well in all his endeavors. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back to Toronto. Maybe he'll get homesick and he'll move back. Just reading some of your messages. Lisa says, apparently the civic holiday originated in Alexandra Park. Is there a video of that? CNE Job Fair 2025.
It's just about 10 o'clock now. The doors actually open at 11, but hundreds of people have already lined up here come during the troubling labor trend, which is basically unemployment for teenagers in Ontario is the highest it's been in decades. Nearly 1 in 4 teenagers.
Yeah, not to get political, but this is a serious problem in this province. Back when I was in university and high school, you could literally just go to a mall, walk around with your resume, give it out to stores, and like you'd get a bunch of calls. Some places would just interview you. If you wanted to work at like a Tim Hortons, boom, you're now working at Tim Hortons. If you want, like, it was so easy to get a part-time job, and that whole market has like almost completely disappeared for teenagers in high school and university kids, just people wanting to work part-time. It's gone. There's no jobs for them. So it's crazy. They get passed over for people. Anyways, yeah, so it sucks. So that just explains why there's such a massive explosion of kids just wanting to work at the CNE. It's crazy. The whole job economy for kids is completely destroyed. And now we have AI like gutting things in the corporate world, like a lot of traditional jobs, like full-time jobs. You're going to have a CEO, management, and a much smaller like workforce on the bottom than before. Lisa says not just kids. Yeah, there's reasons for that we're not going to go into, but it sucks. I had like 3 part-time jobs when I was in university. I worked at a Loblaws, I worked at a gas station, and I worked at like a telemarketing. It wasn't telemarketing. We did like phone surveys, like political surveys, where we would just call people up and ask them, you know, like whatever government would fund these surveys for information. I had all 3 of those at once. They were the only 3 jobs I like applied to. I don't know. Matt Doctor says New York Fries. I worked at a New York Fries at one point too. That was more in high school. The New York Fries thing was a little bit earlier. But then Loblaws I kept because it was a union. I could just give them minimum hours and keep the job, and I was paid pretty well for that relative to what I should have been getting paid. Worked at a gas station as well, full serve. I'm useless. Don't hire me at a gas station. Diva Tequila says, yeah, New York fries, the works. You know my store named The Works? We came up with that name. It was neat. Lisa says, community living, cleaning for seniors for a time in retail and for a time cleaning rooms at a local motel. That's what you were up to. Yeah, it's just, I feel so bad for kids today. Yeah, like, kid just wants a job. Why can't she get a job? Where did those jobs go to that she should get? I don't know. Sad times. Kids just want to work and get experience and make some money. While they're going to school. Carl says we always take it. I'm just reading. Yeah, Bucky, I don't know. It sucks. Maybe we should start thinking about that UBI thing, right? JD worked at a home hardware in high school, assembling barbecues in the summer. You want to know what's funny? When I worked at Loblaws, my store had like furniture, like lawn furniture and that sort of thing. And they occasionally sold indoor stuff, and it was the winter time, and we had like all these bookshelves and like desks and stuff. And my boss was like, "Can you build these for us? We need them on display tomorrow." And I was like, "I don't know how to build stuff, but how hard can it be?" Yeah, what I built was so bad that they had to take it down, and like some dude from like the corporate office came in and like built it all perfectly. And my boss was kind of pissed off at me. I'm like, "You asked me if I could build this stuff, and I told you I don't think I could. And then I did a shitty job. Why are you surprised? That's on you." You know, you had your grocery guy putting together like furniture, like display furniture that's supposed to be built perfectly. I don't know. Drew says eventually there's going to be no choice other than UBI or mass homelessness and starvation. But the problem is money funnels upwards, right? So the UBI is going to be like the bare minimum to get by, while people above suck it all up. That's just the direction we're heading into. Christian Hansen says, how about them Yanks? Yeah, let's not talk baseball. The Jays aren't doing so hot lately. We lost a tough one today. Barely squeaked one out yesterday. Should be winning these series. Oh, well. Oh, The Studio. The Studio is an awesome show. That Seth Rogen Apple show. Just reading somebody. Hey, Marge is here. Good to see you, Marge. I didn't see you earlier. Jillian Felix says the C&E is back. C&E advanced tickets. Advanced ticket discount. Advanced sale admission includes grounds admission, access to all shows and exhibits on any one day of the show of the C&E. $2.99 per ticket processing fee included in the price. At least they include it in the price. It's fucking bullshit when it's on top of the price. Advanced sale ride all day pass. This is actually a pretty good deal. $47, and you can just go on all the rides you want on the Midway. Includes grounds admission, access to all shows and exhibits, and unlimited Midway rides for any one day. The best day to go is opening day. Intruder alert, Captain says, when I worked at a gas station, they still had Coke in glass bottles out of the machine. I remember that. I remember getting pop in bottles. So this is Blog TO. We can see what's going on in Toronto. Free Vintage Car Show will shut down major Toronto street this month. I think that's like on Danforth, out like around Warden. Lisa says the past few years you've gone at dawn and wandered around the grounds before opening. Mark your calendars on Saturday, August 16th. Danforth Avenue from Byng to Warden. That is east of Victoria Park, right? Why did I just type Warden? Whoa, Look how far north that took me. There's Warden. Where's Bing? Bing. Oh, so this is a really, really small stretch. Victoria Park. This was right around the area where Alicia Lewis once sniped me, and she took a cab to do it. I was literally like right around Bing Avenue, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember walking south down Warden. That might be worth checking out. Free vintage car show running from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it probably won't be nearly as busy as the ones in, or at least the one they had in Yorkville. Free 2-day Filipino festival returns to Toronto this month.